Hi guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm Marilyn and my channel is Making with Marilyn. Now we're not going to make anything today. We're going to go through some maintenance on my DTF printer. Now the issue with DTF printers is they can become clogged. The white ink in your DTF printer, it just doesn't like to behave and it can clog your print head, especially if you don't print every day or every other day. Well, I left for Bling Fest last Wednesday. I got home fairly late last night. I didn't feel like dealing with it. It's now Monday night, about 9:30 at night, and I just can't put it off any longer. So I haven't printed for 5 days. Let's just jump over there, get into the maintenance. Let's see what happens. Now, like I said in the video intro, I was out of town from last Wednesday until last night, which was Sunday. Today's Monday, and I still haven't done anything with this DTF printer. So let me show you the image that I printed on Wednesday before I left. Now I didn't powder this and everything. I just printed this to get the ink going. Now it's an image that I've used before on my channel. And there is a bit of a smudge up here. I wasn't really careful with it because again, I was just printing it to make sure my printer had the inks flowing. All right, so there's the back of it. Now that it's been 5 days since I printed on it, I want to go ahead and print out an image and show you what it looks like. I don't expect it to be good. I'm just going to go ahead and reuse this same film. And before I print, I want to do 2 things. Actually, 3 things. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and shake the ink. Now that goes for about a minute. The second thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and do a print head cleaning. I know it's really not going to print well without doing that. It may not even print well with doing it. Let's see. So to do a print head cleaning, there's a little droplet of ink right here. You press this button in, hold it in for a few seconds. You're going to hear it start its process, then you can let go. Now, I'm leaving this part in real time because I want you to hear exactly how long this takes. It's not a long process. Okay, I think it's over, so I'm going to go ahead and shake it one more time. Now, in the 5 days that I was gone, that shaking process would have happened multiple times because this has an auto agitation system. I don't know how many times it would have gone off in a 24-hour period, but it does go off occasionally. Now, I'm printing all this on film, and I'm printing it pretty large because I really did want you to see it. If you have a DTF printer or if you get one, you don't have to use the film. You can do some test prints on just a piece of paper. I tend to do them on film, but usually I just do really small, like 1 or 2 inch squares or rectangles, just to make sure it's going to look good before I print the large print. But again, I wanted you to see what it was going to be like. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and print this. Now that actually did better than I thought it would. I thought I might have to do a couple of print head cleanings. Let me show this to you. So you can see as it started to print, see how that's a little bit darker here and it looks like it's lacking some of the white ink. Maybe you can really tell right here. So right here you can tell there's not quite as much white ink, and then it gets better. Now, I thought my video would be longer than this. I thought I might have to do at least 2 print head cleanings. If that doesn't work, then you have to actually suck some ink through it. I haven't had to do that. This has been a really low maintenance printer for me. Now, don't get me wrong. When I say low maintenance, you still have to do the maintenance. Basically, I just do exactly what you saw me do. I shake the ink, I do a print head cleaning, I shake the ink again, and it's usually ready to do my print. Now, I have had a couple of occasions where I had to do a couple of print head cleanings, but other than that, I just have not had to do any hardcore maintenance on this. Now, if you happen to get a DTF printer, you might have to do more than that. You might have to suck the ink through the back. You might have to change out one of your dampers. And so you do need to understand printers. You need to understand how they work. And you need to be willing to put in the time and the energy to keep this thing working well. So for those of you that are thinking about getting a DTF printer, hopefully this video showed you some of the things that you go through. Thanks so much for joining me, and until my next one, bye-bye. Now, after the video, I looked at my 2 images, the one that I printed before I left, which is up there, and the one that I just printed tonight, and I don't think that's quite as vibrant or has quite as much white on it. So I went back, I printed it one more time, that's all I did. Now I think it's back to where it needs to be.